We're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6.
Tonight on WVUA News at 6, even before the official holiday travel period kicks off, investigators are on the case of a tragedy on the interstate that led to a shutdown for drivers today. Now we'll let you know what investigators are looking for. But first, we have a developing story in Tuscaloosa County where officers are on the scene of a homicide investigation. We're glad you're with us this evening. I'm Terry Brewer in for Lynn Brooks and Philip Coleman. Tonight, a family is grieving in Tuscaloosa County, and officers are on the scene of a shooting that injured a sheriff's deputy and left another person dead. WVUA's Matt McCoy joins us live in our studio with details on our top story at 6. Matt.
Thank you, Terry. Well, according to police, it happened around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police aren't saying much right now, but this is what we do know. According to the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, a robbery happened at approximately 2:45 this afternoon. The Tuscaloosa Police Department told me that robbery happened at the Sumner Grocery on Jack Warner Parkway in Holt. According to Sheriff's Department, a deputy made contact with the alleged suspect's vehicle, and that's when the Sheriff's Department says the deputy was shot and wounded. Then the officer fired back, leaving one person dead. Family members tell us the victim is 29-year-old Barry Neer Mullinex Jr. Earlier, I spoke with his mother and sister who says it's going to be hard getting through the holiday season without him.
My brother was a very outgoing, very helpful young man. He was, the ladies liked him, but he would help anybody with anything, no matter what. And he deserved better. He really did. He deserved way better than what they gave him today.
Officers weren't releasing much information on the investigation at the scene this evening, but you'll learn more from law enforcement tonight on WVUA News at 10. We'll be joined live by Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton with details on the investigation and circumstances surrounding the shooting. Terry?
All right, thank you, Matt. Now, another developing story we're working on this evening. Alabama State troopers are asking for your help finding a vehicle they believe was involved in a deadly hit and run this morning. Here's a look at the type of vehicle troopers are looking for: a 2000 to 2005 Ford F-150 that may have damage to the front grille and headlight, along with damage to the right rear tail lamp. Now, troopers say it happened in the southbound lanes of 2059 at mile marker 84 near the rest stop. Traffic was rerouted until about 10:30 this morning because of the investigation. Troopers aren't releasing any more information right now about the circumstances or who the victim was. Now, here's another look at the type of vehicle troopers believe was involved in the crash. If you have any information, you can dial star HP on your cell phone, or you can call 205-553-5531.
This is WVUA News with special championship week coverage from Alabama's home team.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks, live in New Orleans. Philip Coleman will join us in just a moment. We are counting down the days to the big rematch between Bama and LSU. That is only 4 days away, and your home team is all over this one. In fact, the Tide took their first practice inside the Superdome today. Guess who was there? Our very own Gary Harris. Here's his story.
Alabama getting its first opportunity to practice in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome on Thursday afternoon. The Crimson Tide in full pads. A lively, spirited practice that's going on right behind me. In fact, the game is only 4 days away now, and you can tell, listening to these Alabama players, they are ready for it to get here.
Our coaches have done a great job, and we got the best coaching staff in the country by far. Coach Saban's led us to 2 national championships out of the past 3 years. And at the end of the day, it's a game of football. You got to have some luck go your way. But I felt like our team has done a great job preparing.
For us to be, at this situation now that we in, and we just love, being the underdogs, and we love that being a team that, that nobody want to see in the championship, and they put a big chip on our shoulder and tell them, hey, we're going to show them why, or we're going to prove why that we should be in this game.
It'll be here on Monday night. The Alabama players biting at the bit to get back out on the field and play LSU a second time and get some redemption, and in the process win a national championship. More on the Crimson Tide coming up later in Home Team Sports.
And thanks a lot, Gary. Later on in Alabama's home team sports, much more BCS National Championship coverage, including some great interviews. You will want to stick around for that. In the time being, two well-known quarterbacks, one from Alabama, one from LSU, are here in the Big Easy sharing their passion not only for football, but also for food. Former Crimson Tide quarterback Ken Stabler and former LSU quarterback Burt Jones joining forces to support the Gulf Coast. The two were side by side today as they cut a big 30-foot sandwich. And you want to know what the sandwich is called? It's the Peacemaker Po' Boy. And why, you might ask, is it news for people to slice into a sandwich? Well, here's why. What they're doing is that they're showing that Gulf seafood is safe to eat and helping boost tourism after the Gulf oil spill. We spoke with Ken Stabler, who told us that the city of New Orleans really has a special place in his heart for so many reasons.
We played with the Raiders here and won in the Dome, and we played here with the Saints for 3 years and played for the great people of New Orleans in '82, '3, '4, and had a lot of great memories of this city, connected to football, connected to food, and I don't know that one sticks out. You get a bunch of great memories.
And the company that was held responsible for the Gulf oil spill, BP, is sponsoring that big tourism push. And several well-known people getting behind that, including Louisiana's own governor, excuse me, and several famous chefs from right here in the city of New Orleans. You know, all this week, Alabama's home team is taking you all around the Crescent City, showing you some of the hot spots. And for you history buffs, here's one that is really going to resonate with you. The National World War II Museum is right here in the Big Easy. And when you walk through the doors, some individuals who fought for our country will be the ones there to greet you. WVUA's Matt McCoy has their story.
It opened its doors in 2000, and in just 12 short years, it went from being the D-Day Museum to being appointed by Congress to being the national recognized World War II Museum. It has features for food, entertainment, transportation. Now, all alongside the outside of the building, there's bricks signifying those who fought during the war. And those bricks lead right up to a door that you're greeted with a World War II veteran who shares his story.
It was a day when we were fighting for 3 hours because the first wave that came in was about 187 planes. And then there was about a 15-minute lull, and then another 287 planes hit us. And when that was over, it was a day when we were trying to save as many people as we could.
But this veteran story isn't the only one you'll hear at the World War II Museum. In fact, there are close to 3,500 stories told from the veterans themselves hidden away in their vaults. Reporting in New Orleans, Matt McCoy, WVUA News.
The National World War II Museum coming up for you tonight on WVUA News at 10, including some amazing survival stories. Matt McCoy will have that for you tonight at 10 o'clock. Well, there are all kinds of places where you can watch the game if you're one of those many Bama fans who are coming to New Orleans, but you don't have one of those really pricey tickets. And we sent our own WVUA reporter, Bradley Whittington, to find out where is the top spot to watch that game.
So I'm here at the Rusty Nail in the Big Easy. According to NOLA.com, it's the 4th best place to watch the BCS National Championship game. Now, if you're a Bama fan, you might think it's the number 1 place to watch the game. Now we're going to head inside and find out what makes this place one of the top 4 to watch Bama and LSU. So I'm here with the owner, David, of Rusty Nail. Now, David, what makes this bar so special to Bama fans?
Well, it's about the only place in town where you can go and be around other Bama fans, and you know it feels like home to them. So I think just a comfort level, it makes it really special to them.
So this destination is not just for Bama fans this weekend. It's for Bama fans all throughout the year. Talk about that and what you guys do throughout the year.
That's right. We have host game viewing parties every week. We have people that drive from all over to come experience it with us from Mobile. We have several people come every week from Mobile. And, you know, we play music during the commercials. We play the fight song. We play Ramba Jammer. It's a great experience, and I think that's why people keep coming back.
So what's the reason behind, why is this the Bama destination? What's the reason behind
I graduated from Alabama in '99. One of our other owners also graduated from Alabama. And we opened 5 years ago. About 2 years ago, I just got the alumni book out and started emailing people in the area, and there are a ton of Alabama alum in New Orleans, and more than I even knew. And I just sent out emails every week, and little by little it grew and grew and grew, and this is kind of the crescendo this weekend. So
you guys are doing a big block party this weekend, I understand, for Bama fans?
We have got the permits to block off the street outside. We're also using our parking lot to house a 10-foot big screen TV. We're bringing in 150 extra seats to accommodate as many people as we can.
So if you're a Bama fan, you come into town, you're probably not going to feel as welcome being here, the home of the Louisiana LSU. But if you want to get around some good friends of Bama fans, come down to the Rusty Nail. Reporting from the Rusty Nail, I'm Bradley Whittington for WVUA News.
We've got lots more live coverage from New Orleans later on the news at 6. In the meantime, we're also going to have some big stories back home in Tuscaloosa. 3 people have been arrested in connection with a shooting in broad daylight. Police say they are searching for even more suspects. That story on the way for you. Also, WVUA Sports Director Gary Harris will have the latest from the big practice for the Alabama Crimson Tide from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That's in Home Team Sports. In the meantime, a look at one of the street artists in the Big Easy. Much more coverage from New Orleans ahead for you here on WVUA News at 6.